guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, things got, caught up, with the global anniversary and everything like that. I haven't really had time to sort of cover this FRIEZA and Dead Army unit, right? Because here's the thing, I did want to do a video taking them into, Super Battle Road. But the only thing about this character, right, is Big Bad Bosses, or Big Bad Boss's character. I don't like doing content on Big Bad Boss's character until this Link is level 10. Because, Big Bad Boss is a very versatile Link, right? Like, all the characters you want to use have got it. And you really need it at level 10, to show a unit's, like, true potential, right? So we got, the unit at full level 10 Links. We're kind of in a little bit of a lull period for the global anniversary, so I've got time to go ahead and showcase the FRIEZA and Dead Army here, Rainbow level 10 Links. For a free-to-play unit, I think this character is going to look pretty damn good, honestly. It's just a thing where they're designed in such a manner to really help the revenge category team. I like it. Creating these very specific units for categories that are not pure Saiyan or Universal Survival Saga or Realm of Gods or something like that, but for something like Revenge or Exploding Rage, Special Pose, right? Building units, free-to-play units, EZA, stuff like that, that really help those category teams, I think is very important. This FRIEZA gets 20% attack and defense per Revenge category ally on the team. I believe they're all on Revenge. I think the two Angel FRIEZAs and Mira are not on Revenge, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, FRIEZA's not on Revenge, then I think Mira is not. So I kind of just wanted to do it out, and we're going to do 2 runs, because again, this character is basically just restricted to either the Revenge team or Revenge allies, overwhelmingly being part of the team. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do 2 runs. This build, we're on Revived Warrior right here. And then we'll also, of course, run the Revenge category team as well. But I think this FRIEZA, in particular, where he's really going to help a lot of free-to-play players, is the Revenge stage of Super Battle Road. 70% chance to stun, 3-key, 30% attack and defense support for that category, right? Just some pretty good stuff. What is his defense right here? 80k? Really bad, but we don't have Big Bad Bosses activated, right? This FRIEZA is a Big Bad Bosses character. Garlic Jr. is pretty much the ideal unit to be using alongside this FRIEZA. Because Garlic Jr. is giving the support, he's got Big Bad Bosses, right? So we'll really be able to build up a lot of damage and defense. Because I think this FRIEZA, next to Garlic Jr. with a full Revenge team, this FRIEZA can look pretty solid. Like a 1.8 million attack stat, something like that, 150, 160k defense, 70% chance to stun with the support. I think it's pretty good. I think he's pretty good. So, all right, let's keep going here through the event and continue seeing how our boy FRIEZA again is going to look. I do want to make sure to finish off this Vegeta right here. I don't use Mira often. I just saw the opportunity and I was just like, whatever. We'll toss him onto a video for once, right? I gotta actually get Vegeta super attacking a lot today. Okay. I gotta get Mira to full level 10 Links because he does have some niche value sometimes in longer events since he is a stacking character. He is a villain. Again, here's the thing with villains, right? There's so few villains in the game compared to hero characters, right? Anytime you get villains like that are stacking defense or something like that, I don't know, it's important to power them up as much as possible to, help out when, using villain teams, right? I think that is a focus Dokkan really needs to do, to make villain teams a bit better. I'm just going to pop a Dende right here. We're a little low on health. Alright, so now FRIEZA's up to 113k, is not the craziest, and I mean, that's everything except for Prodigy's active, too. So this is his links, FRIEZA's links, right? Thirst for Conquest, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, Big Bad Bosses, Revival, Prodigies, and Shattering the Limit. As you guys can see, he has Thirst for Conquest, Nightmare, Big Bad Bosses, and Revival, all with Garlic Jr. So the 2 of them are looking pretty good in terms of their links. FRIEZA's defense is not really that, 113k is just not, that's a little too, even for a free-to-play unit, it's a little too low. Again, he's going to look a lot better when we go to the Revenge category, because we're talking about 60% extra defense he'd get with the another 3 Revenge category allies being on the team, right? So that does matter quite a bit. Alright, so we got some decent damage on Vegeta right there. Let's see what Frieza does. 1.41. So, I mean, that's not the craziest. Again, you do got to keep in mind he is a support type unit, right? The 3 key, 30% attack and defense. Notice that was a crit right there. Well, guess what? This second attack is also a crit. Because Frieza and the Dead Army, they also have a guaranteed crit if there's a Defender of Justice category enemy, which this Vegeta is not, or when all allies in the same turn are Revenge category Extreme class characters. And that turn, they all were Revenge category Extreme class characters. So that allowed that Frieza to look pretty good. Alright, I think I'm going to do this Golden Frieza transformation. And then I think we'll go ahead and go now to our next team build. The Frieza and Dead Army unit, they're on, what, 5 category teams? Revived Warrior, Joined Forces, Terrifying Conqueror, Otherworld Warrior, and Revenge. We're going to look at them on Revived Warrior and also Revenge. So let's go ahead and head over to the Revenge category team now. Alright, so now we're over here on the Revenge category team. Our boy Frieza is definitely going to be looking pretty solid over here. Probably his ideal rotation is going to be this GT Frieza and Garlic Jr. It'll be a full extreme, build for him. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we're looking at right here. So Big Bad Bosses, what is that? Nightmare. And then also Prodigy's active. Defense at 117k. I mean, honestly, I'm not really impressed with the defensive numbers I'm seeing from him. I think it's really like with Garlic Jr. around, he's going to be looking a lot better. I still do think this Frieza is a very good option for that Super Battle Road stage, though. Because with his 70% chance to stun, you can really cover his defensive weakness, right? And I mean, I say weakness, too, but I mean, it's not like his defense is 0. It's just not, like, really comfortable defense, right? Because, remember, many units in the game nowadays, it's very common for characters to give themselves 30% defense on super attack, right? Like, that's ultra mega common to see. Honestly, most characters do that, right? Again, you're going to see most characters give themselves that 30% defense on super, right? Like Angel Goku does it. You just go down the list, right? It's very common. But, this Frieza is not. I would say with his links, you're probably going to get a lot of these links active. Again, it's not like Garlic Jr. is a character that you're going to be hesitant to run or anything like that. Of course you're going to run him. Alright, so this is a decent rotation. Thirst for Conquest, Nightmare, Prodigies, and Shadowing the Limit. We, of course, do have another full Extreme Class Revenge build right here. So Frieza is going to have, the guaranteed crits. That's the thing with this attack set, is if you are running him the way you should, which is, mostly with Revenge category characters, and in particular, if they're all villains, we are going to be getting the guaranteed crits right there. Which means, I mean, when you consider the guaranteed crit damage he's doing right here, so, I mean, you basically, like, double the attacks right there. He's basically, at least, like, a 3 million attack set with a guaranteed crit or something like that. And then he's also supporting, and then he's got the 70% chance to stun. Like, that's very solid. Like, he is a very solid free-to-play unit. They easily could have made this guy, like, not actually good. And he is actually good. I like this Frieza, quite a lot, actually. I think they did a fairly good job with him. This is how they really should build these sort of free-to-play characters. Free-to-play characters, some like free-to-play EZAs and stuff like that. I think building them in this fashion, again, is exactly what they should be doing. Where, like, they're not, like, amazing everywhere in every event. Like, you just make these free-to-play characters, like, specific to, like, either an event type or a category team or something like that, and they could be very good, right? Like the Int EZA Frieza, the AGL EZA Cooler are very good units, right? Like you easily like get a lot of use out of those characters. All right, so this is Frieza's best turn. So we have everything active except for Shattering the Limit and Fear and Faith. Fear and Faith only gives ki. It doesn't really give stats. Frieza's at 150k defense. Look at Garlic Jr., dude. 250k defense. Garlic Jr. is sick. He is, like, crazy good. All right, so let's see what attack set Frieza does right here. And honestly, I'm content, right? Like, we've seen, basically what this Frieza is capable of doing. Obviously, like, for a showcase, I'm, like, running him on rotation and stuff like that. When you're actually running this guy on, like, a Revenge team, you'd be floating him. By the way, Revenge needs, like, every category needs like multiple leaders. We need a lot of leaders for all of these teams, right? 2.13 right there. If we actually had a legit villain leader, right? Like, I don't know, like a new Cell or Baby leads Revenge or something like that. That would be good for this category team, right? Or maybe Golden FRIEZA. I feel like an LR Golden FRIEZA could be a good Revenge category leader. But that AGL Bardock obviously does not interact very well with all of the villains on the team. So it's like we need a new leader if you're going to want to run a villain build for that team. Again, the category meta is very broken. One problem is that they release all these summonable LRs with like fodder level leader skills. Right, the good thing is we just had LR Janemba revealed, and his leader skill is very good. 2 categories that are at 4 key, 150% across the board. I really hope they keep that up. You know, Angel, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta also has a good leader skill, right? Like, make these leaders relevant. Like, you know, because now, you know, for the Worthy Rival team, you know, you can go with, like, Piccolo if you want to go for, like, Pycons and Piccolos and Nail and stuff like that. Or you can go, you know, Angel Vegeta, and then you're running, like, you could run, like, a full Vegeta team, basically. Like, it works well like that. But yeah, this Frieza and Dead Army, very solid unit. Very good free-to-play unit option for the Revenge category team, for sure. Alright, so this is Simultaneous Rebellion, Frieza Final Form, and the Dead Core, Dead Army, either works fine. Leader skill is the Revenge category key 3 and 50% of stats. Super attack is the Death Beam, which does supreme damage with a great chance, a 70% chance of stunning the enemy. That's what allows this unit to be very, very competitive in Super Battle Road, right? Again, this unit, this is free to play, and they are a great option for that Revenge stage, right? They give themselves 20%, a passive is Selfish Victory Declaration. Selfish Victory Declaration. They get 20% attack and defense per Revenge category ally in the team. So limited basically to the Revenge team or mostly with Revenge category characters. Then they are a Revenge support type unit, giving Revenge category allies 3 key and 30% attack and defense. And then they do a guaranteed crit if there's a Defender of Justice category enemy, or if all allies in the same turn are Revenge category extreme class characters. So pretty good. 70% chance to stun, decent attack and defensive capabilities, nice support, just a very solid free-to-play option. Links are Thirst for Conquest, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, Big Bad Bosses, Revival, Prodigies, and Shattering the Limit. So they do have several links there that will allow them to work well on their teams. 12 key multiplier is 135%. A bit lower than usual. Typically, it's just 140% for like all banner units, free-to-play units, stuff like that. But I mean, this character's got a 70% chance to stun and the potential to guarantee crit, so it's fine. There are no EZAs where this unit's going to help out in. So you're not going to be able to get any Zenny, you know, with this character's help or anything like that. And then finally, we have got a number of categories they're on. So they're on the Revenge category team right here, which needs a lot of work, a lot of help, including a new villain lead for this team. They're also over here on the Revived Warrior team, which is definitely improving here and there. They're also on, what is this? This is Terrifying Conquerors right here, which is, you know, maybe fated to be the best villain team in the future. We'll see. And then, of course, there's also Otherworld Warriors, which has gotten a massive buff between, like, Tech Pycon's EZA, LR Tech Gogeta. It's a lot of very good units. Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you know, got his EZA. A lot of good stuff for that category. And then finally, they're on the Joined Forces team. So, let me know what you guys think of all of the, you know, details of this Frieza and Dead Core or Dead Army card. Again, a pretty solid free-to-play unit. So, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.